Wednesday, June 24th. I'm Sharon Nabobi, and this is Open Bid from FNDATA. Today, the markets are trying to steady after a brutal 2 days. But China's big mid-year festival flashes a warning for luxury. We also have a $25.6 million jade necklace, which tops our jewelry records. In addition, the Netherlands and Germany have agreed to return 2,000 looted treasures to Ghana. And in the art world, we say goodbye to a pioneer of kinetic art. We also have another episode of luxury spending out later today. This episode of Open Bid is brought to you by FNDATA, the market intelligence platform for insights on the art market, luxury goods, and related public equities. With a membership, you can unlock access to dashboards, reports, and cutting-edge insights to keep your finger on the pulse of the market and drive your competitive advantage. Learn more at altafndata.com/membership. We begin with the markets, which tried to find their footing this morning after 2 punishing sessions. Yesterday's sell-off was severe, with the Nasdaq down about 4% on fresh fears of a Federal Reserve rate hike. But in Europe today, the big luxury names studied. LVMH and Hermès each opened about 0.5%, and Brunello Cucinelli edged higher as well. The exceptions were the same names that have led the way down all week. Burberry fell another 2.5%, and the watch retailer, Watches of Switzerland, slipped for a third day, off about 2.9%. The more important signal, though, came from China. The country's 618 festival, its huge mid-year online shopping event, has just wrapped, and the numbers were soft. Total online sales grew just 4% from a year ago, a sharp slowdown from more than 15% the year before. For a luxury industry that leans heavily on the Chinese shopper, this is a warning sign. And one detail from the same data is squarely in our world. Sales of second-hand and pre-owned goods jumped nearly 80% as Chinese consumers traded down. The resale economy keeps growing even as the market for new goods cools. This is a dynamic that we track every day. And yet, at the very top, the Chinese taste for the finest things is undimmed. One of the top jewelry results in our database so far is a magnificent jadeite bead and colored diamond necklace, which sold for $25.6 million at Christie's last month. Jadeite is the most rare and valuable form of jade, and it has been one of the most treasured gems in Chinese culture for centuries, once reserved for the emperors of the Qing court. The finest jadeite still draw the top collectors in Asia, and this is what put a bead necklace in the same league as a major diamond. So, in the very season that the mass market's Chinese consumer is pulling back, a single collector at the top of the market paid $25.6 million for one necklace. It is the same split that we see right across luxury. We have a cautious middle and a firm and dazzling top of the market. The Netherlands and Germany have agreed to return more than 2,000 cultural artifacts to Ghana, most of them taken during the colonial period. The Dutch will hand back 2,000 objects from their national collections, among them a gold ceremonial pipe that the Asante king gave to the Dutch monarch back in 1837. Germany is returning a smaller group of items tied to the Pando area. The agreement was announced at a heritage conference in Accra last week, and it follows the return of Asante royal regalia, which was sent back to Kumasi 2 years ago. For Ghana, it is the homecoming of treasures that have been abroad for as long as a century and a half. The art world is mourning a giant. Yaacov Agam, the Israeli artist who was one of the founding fathers of kinetic art, the art of movement, has died at the age of 98. Agam built his career on works that shift and change as the viewer walks past them, turning the act of looking into something active rather than still. His pieces hang in major museums around the world, and he is widely regarded as one of the most important artists his country ever produced. For insights on the data behind today's stories, the FNDATA membership gives you access to a rich library of market data dashboards, reports, and insights. Get started at altfndata.com/membership or reach us anytime at info@altfndata.com. As a thank you for being a listener, use the discount code PODCAST15 for 15% off your first year. That's it on Open Bid for today, Wednesday, June 24th. Luxury spending is also out today with the trophy ceiling in handbags, watches, and jewelry, as well as the boom in colored gemstones and the return of a famous fair to Basel. We also have closing price, which follows this evening at 5 p.m. Eastern. Subscribe to get notifications on new episodes, and if you love the show, please leave us a 5-star rating on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. I'm Sharon Wilby from FNDATA. I'll talk to you in the next episode. Thank you for listening.